welcome to another episode of RC Wilderness. Today I'm delving a little bit into the vintage world and more or less doing a video almost serves no purpose today except for memories. Some of you may recognize these wheels here. It's an old aftermarket wheel for Tamiya Blackfoot, and they also fit the Lunchbox and Midnight Pumpkin. And if you recall correctly, these old, I think it's nylon, that kind of had almost a transparent white look to them. You could dye these with just like clothing dye, like RIT dye. I think there's some other manufacturers, but I'm not familiar with them. And I've kind of got a project going on with my Lunchbox right now, and white wheels are not going to work. So I thought, you know, instead of painting these, why not give dyeing them a try again? It's been 25 years since I dyed a set of wheels. In fact, the very first RC, hobby grade RC I ever had, I dyed my first set of wheels I bought for it. It was Midnight Pumpkin. I went and bought some white wheels for it and came home. On the way home I stopped and bought some dye. For some reason I bought purple dye. Dyed the wheels dark purple, left the body unpainted, and was never really happy with the way it looked, but always thought it was a neat concept. Now something else I've done, now that I think about it, is I've also dyed Hot Wheels. You can take some of your Hot Wheels, like the whites and the silvers, and put them in dye as well and change the color of them, but that's a story for another day. So today we're going to take this wheel and put it in some dye. The dye that I'm using today is a new liquid concentrate instead of the old powdered type stuff, and I've seen where some people are saying that it doesn't work. So this video might be a video, it might be a fail video, who knows. But I want to at least give it a try, see if the new stuff works. And if it does, hey, we're all better for it. If not, then I'll be going to the store and getting some of the powdered stuff. And as far as what this project is for, I'll share that with you in a couple of weeks. But let's say the Lunchbox might be gaining a little bit of weight. So here you go. Thanks for watching. So Ezra's going to be helping me today in dyeing these wheels, and this is the liquid dye that I was saying that I got that some people, got some glare there. Some people are saying that this does not work. In fact, it was on Facebook just yesterday that I noticed this after I'd already bought the dye. So I've already got a pot of water here. I'm not sure that there's any exact temperature. I just kind of turned it, you know, about midways, got it hot. And if you can read the fine print on here, the instructions are extremely small. It's all for clothing, so it doesn't really give you an idea of how to do it for wheels. We want to ensure that this works, so we're going to use all of this in this little pot of hot water, and we're going to put these guys in here for a long time and just see what happens. So Ezra, go ahead and take that bottle, pour it all in. And the right way to do this also is when you're using this pan, make sure that you're at home alone and that your wife or mother or whoever owns the pan is not around to see what you're doing with it. And now we have our wheels with the old style hub for the Lunchbox, Midnight Pumpkin, Blackfoot, Monster Beetle. Ezra, go ahead and put our wheels in there slowly. Well, yeah, we'll drop them. Wow. Wow, you can't even see them in there hardly. Let's here. Let's kind of take this spoon and so there. I think you do maybe want to be a little bit careful not to have it so hot that you warp or melt or bend the wheels themselves. That is one thing to be considered of. And seeing as how that's the case, I'm wanting to use the hub side of these wheels, so I'm going to flip them both over, make sure the hub side is up. That one's up. Where's the other wheel? Can't see it. Okay, so I've got the hub side up on both wheels, just in case I do have it a little too hot and it warps them. Whoops. Just splattered this all over the white stove. Let's get a paper towel and clean that up. So we're going to check on them. It's only been maybe 2 or 3 minutes here. Okay, kind of turn it towards the camera a little bit. So you can see that it's starting to turn quite a bit already. Let's go ahead and put that back in there and let it soak some more. Okay, so just a second ago I also mentioned that you can dye Hot Wheels, and I went and found this one that looks like it's already kind of beat up. Not really worried about saving the paint on it, and it is I thought it was Hot Wheels brand. Doesn't look like it is, but it looks like Hot Wheels wheels on it. Anyhow, doesn't really matter. We're going to throw this in here with our wheels and see what happens to it. It's obviously not going to turn completely black because we're starting with yellow, but what we'll likely see is this black or this yellow will darken up considerably, and the silver on the wing here and even the bottom will probably turn quite a bit darker. So I don't want to splash the walls or anything. Let's pick this up with tongs and set it in here as well. Oh, there's wheels. There's wheels. Whoop. Okay, we got it in. Okay, so we're going on about 10 minutes now. Let's take a peek at these wheels and see how they're coming along. Oh, okay, hold it over, keep it over the pan there. It's definitely getting dark, but it has more of a blue look to it than the black. Let's go ahead and stick it back in there a little while longer. I'm not sure if they're going to change anymore. Let's put that one all the way down under there. We're going to leave them in there a little while longer, and hopefully they will turn completely black, but I'm kind of starting to think that blue right there is all we're going to get. Okay, so now our wheels have been in here for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. It's been quite a while. So Ezra, why don't you pull those out, just pick one up and let's look at it. Well, it's getting really black now. Kind of turn it around and see if let it dry off a little bit. Looks like that's turning black. At first it was definitely like a dark blue, but you can see now as it dries that's going to be black. It's got a little of a grayish look to it, maybe causing the blue just from the texture of the nylon, but that's a black wheel now. Took about 45 minutes, and I have no idea what the price on that dye was, but it wasn't very much. It's much easier than painting. There's no harmful fumes, and you don't have to sand anything, no overspray, blah blah blah. So there you go. Some glare there. That is a classic way of dyeing wheels that we used to do pretty often, and maybe a few of us still do. So there you go. Oh, one other thing. Let's see how the little Hot Wheels is doing. Oh, we got it here.
Find it.
You can find it.
Move one of the wheels.
Oh, there it is. It's more towards the edge. There you go. Looks like our Hot Wheels is not faring quite as well. It's darkened up a little bit, but it really hadn't changed much. So we may just leave it in there and just see what happens with it. It's not really what we were after today anyhow, so no hurt feelings there. So there you go. Classic nylon wheel dyeing. Thanks for watching.